Hey guys, it's Cassette, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So, instead of rambling on about old boss fights that nobody cares about, or rambling on about game mechanics that no one cares about, I figured why not start something new and just talk about something specifically. You know, maybe not something that's applicable to the game you're playing, but just something that would either appeal to someone's interests or spark an interest in something maybe you were interested in before. So, I just finished watching the first 6 episodes of a show called High School of the Dead. Now, the reason I picked this show is because it's sort of popular right now. It's still airing in Japan. It's being it's being fan-subbed as we speak by a few different groups. So, I mean, it's around the internet, and it's not hard to find if you wanted to find it. But, I don't know. It was interesting, and I wanted to say a few words about it, and I happen to have this Cthulhu video that I did with my guild a while ago. And, you know, why not? So, to start things off, let's just say that the animation in this show is amazing. Compared to the other shit that's on TV right now and the crap that's on American TV, it is just high-class animation, if that makes any sense. Everything is very stylized and dramatic, and you know, this is pretty much one of the first few shows that I've seen that have started to really get into the dynamic camera motion, which is interesting because it's all animated. Not 3D animated, it's all 2D animation that they're doing dynamic camera motion on, so that's always good. It definitely adds to the tension and emotion of these very climactic scenes. So, but honestly, that's really the only thing that it has going for it seems. I mean, the manga I read a few months ago, and it was over the top, it was graphic, it was overly sexualized. It was definitely something that you would find in a manga, because it seems like in a two-dimensional, non-moving, sort of almost comic book type situation, you almost have to have that really graphic material, or you won't grab attention like you would in a film or in some sort of animation. You really don't have that jump out and scare you moment, and you don't really have the music or anything. All you have is, you know, text and pictures. So in my experience from reading manga, you have to have a lot of really what the fuck moments and just really graphic stuff, which is, like I said, understandable because you really don't have that the same elements that you would use in animation or any type of like video. So now that I've got all that behind me, let's just jump into what my personal thoughts were surrounding the show. I had a lot of problems with it, actually, and in most cases it prevented me from really being engrossed in the story or engrossed in the characters or even taken in by the story in the slightest. The anime stereotypes that you find in almost all low-budget or adaptations are very present in this show. Second, and it sort of leads into the anime stereotypes, it seems that nobody in the show has less than a D cup, and no one in the show wears a bra. And I feel like they put it in there as a means of comic relief, but come on, can we get a little more original than boing, boing, boing sound effects whenever these well-endowed women are walking by? I mean, please. Second, or third, whatever, I lost count of what I was talking about. You have to kill the zombie by crushing its head. Do you know how much force it takes to crush somebody's skull? A fuck ton. It takes a lot of force to break someone's skull, to even crack someone's skull. And here, high school girls with wooden sticks are smashing through heads like piñatas. Apparently, when you become a zombie, your head just sort of stops being made of bone and just becomes made of paper mache or something. I don't know. So, nitpicking aside, there was something else I really couldn't stand that was more broad and more encompassed the entire series itself. It was the amount of drama that the artist or the author or whatever put into this series. It's almost ironic because they made sure to specify at the beginning of the series that zombies can only hear. They can't see, they can't feel, they can't whatever. They only hear. So, there is so much talking going on. It's ironic that they would even bother to mention that zombies can only hear because the characters won't shut up. It's literally a miracle they're still alive. So I guess my last qualm with this show is just the intelligence level. I have enough trouble coming to terms with the fact that the main characters, who are supposed to be the smarter ones here, are doing such dumb things. But then you look at the extra characters, like the throwaway characters, the guys that you know are gonna die, and how stupid they are. Now, if you've seen any zombie or horror movies in the last 50 years, you know that if it's not the black guy or the blonde girl, they're gonna be dumb. I mean, really dumb. But I suppose I really hope that this show would have broken that stereotype. But from what I've seen so far, and don't get me wrong, I'm going to continue with this series, it tries to be a very edgy show, but in the midst of its gore and gratuitous amount of panty shots, there is nothing really groundbreaking or original about the show. So if I was forced to give this a rating, I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10, just because it's well executed. Just, it doesn't really push any boundaries. It's been done before. It's fairly plain. I mean, you think this is the first show that's done tits and blood? Yeah, sorry. I mean, take it for what it is. A really fun, energetic, stylized, shoot-'em-up type show. That's my review. That's my 2 cents, or 2 yen. Actually, I don't know the conversion rate of dollars to yen, so let's just stick to cents. See you guys later.